Peace and love. I'm just opening up a panel just in case the panel that was on Supreme Chief Holiday's channel wants to continue, just in case nobody else is able. Okay, I think I think Libra's son might have started one. Thank you. Thank you, Gretchen. I'm going to end this broadcast and go back over there. Well, I'm going to leave this broadcast up for a few minutes because I see maybe I have to refresh it. I see where Libra put. You want to put a link in here for over there? Yeah, if you do that, then I'll just leave my lab up for a little while in case anybody saw that and they could see that it's back up. I'll share a post right here. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying you'll put my link over there. That'd be cool too. And then if they having problems, technical problems over there, and they want to continue, they could do it over here. And I'll just mute myself so the men can continue. Okay, yeah. It's for anybody over there that want to come over here so they could continue their discussion. I think what happened is Chief Holiday went to sleep, and maybe his time, maybe his device went dead. Because in that case, it'll still, StreamYard to continue streaming, but it might not allow them to have a discussion. So that maybe they'll come over. Yeah, put this link in Chief's chat, and let's see if they want to come over here. I also am still on that. I'm also still on that. Yeah, if you do that, maybe they'll come over here, and I'll just leave it live. I'll stay here and for a little while and see if anybody comes in. Okay, thanks, Gretchen. Hmm. I hear you. Uh-uh. No. No. I've been sitting right here. I'll go back there if you want me to. Peace and love. I'm here if anybody is going to come over and want to start that panel discussion back or continue that panel discussion. They might not be. I don't know if they're coming over, but or if anybody else wants to just start a new panel discussion about Indian country. Okay, hey, Future Taylor. Future Taylor, is that how you pronounce that? You want to come up? Why don't you come up and let's have a little bit of discussion until someone else comes in. I want to say Future Teller. Future, like future. Oh, I get it now. Future Teller. Okay. All right. I got it now. Peace and love. All right. So the links are in the chat if anybody wants to just join. I really wasn't going to talk myself. I was just going to mute out and get to the side if any of the people were interested in continuing that panel discussion. Someone else might have went ahead and started something up too. Oh, okay, yeah. I know the phones. They say that when you using when you have a cell phone, that it is, I think, something that they're trying out, and most of the time people uh, have difficult time staying connected when they're on cell phones. Okay, Gretchen. So it's open. I got some links in the chat. I'll just keep putting the link in the chat. I'll keep putting the link in the chat and see if anybody is interested. They might be calling it a night by this time, huh? Okay. I don't know if anybody told Tankara. He seemed like he was up and still at it. I don't know how to get in touch with him. I don't know if his let's see. Gretchen, I know I'm still on the other. I'm still on my phone on Chief Holiday's channel, so I see nothing is going on there. But I haven't seen Tenkara's icon to be able to let him know. Salute to you and Nagi. You are you wanting to come up? Maybe we'll continue the conversation. Maybe a couple of people will. I was going to mute myself. I just wanted to open it up for the continuation until the next thing happens. So, well, you know what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to go and okay, yeah, I figured that I'm supposed to be there. I did. I took off today. Halito Rodney means. So I was hoping that Omega, peace and love. I was hoping that they would come over to Tenkara. I don't know if he even is even paying attention. He probably, when he dropped off, he may have just figured it was going to be over. So we'll see what happens. But in the meanwhile, what I was thinking is I will I'll do a screen share and pull up Cahokia Mounds for a few minutes and talk a little bit about what I was saying in the chat, which was possibly forming small networks of people who are in places where mounds are that are now touring sites and possibly getting together and going as groups to check it out. You know, so if you're close to let's just start off. Let me do a share screen and start off a until somebody clicks on that link. I'll just keep checking back. I'll be back and forth a lot just in case. So just doing a general mount. Okay, so mounds of Mississippi, mounds found in the United States. I have to put United States, I think. Okay, so we have Cahokia, Castellian Springs, which is in Tennessee. Cahokia is in Illinois, but I think that it's very close to uh, St. Louis or close to Missouri. Okay, so then you have mounds that are in Oklahoma, and that's called Craig Mound. There's 8 more rows. So people that are living in those places might be able to meet up and get to those places, of course, a lot easier. And so I want to definitely wait for the men to lead the mission. Uh, but let's see if anybody came over. Okay, it says, so let me see. Can you mod us up, please, Empress? I don't know how. That's what I've been trying to figure that out. Now, if anyone can help me, okay, Original Night Wolf, Peace and Love. You say East St. Louis. Okay, that's where. Have you been to Cahokia Mounds? Original Night Wolf. Does anybody know or can tell me? Maybe I don't know if it's that I don't have enough. I think I have to be on YouTube to mod people, but I don't know how. Even if I were on there now, while I'm in StreamYard, I'm not on YouTube. I think I'd have to do a YouTube live, and maybe I would see how to do that. So if anyone can tell me about that, I would appreciate that. So I'm doing StreamYard, and I don't think I've ever done a YouTube live before. So I don't know about YouTube. Okay, so Original Nightwolf has been, oh, really? Um, Original Nightwolf, are you able to join me on the panel? I would like to talk about that. I'm a, I'm gonna continue to drop the link also, so so nobody has to go looking for it if anyone is interested. Okay, it says go on your other phone and tap name, sis. Then you can do it by going on your own lab. Okay, go on my phone. Okay, let me try this. So I'm gonna go. Okay, okay, maybe another time night with because I think as much as we can learn about it. Okay, so I'm on my as much as we can learn about these places before we go there. Oh, great, great. We got the man here. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, Libra. It says Libra Sun. It says that your mic is um, muted or not connected. Are you there? Do I have to unmute you? Okay, it says you're unmuted. Original Night Wolf. I'm looking forward. Okay, maybe Libra Sun did come in, so maybe he'll go out and come back in. Maybe it was a mic problem. Um, Original Night Wolf. I am going to look forward to you coming back and telling us more about the Cahokia Mounds. So maybe we'll set up a time. I'm also going to put my email here. I'm going to post the link again. Libra, are you there? I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not giving you. I see your mic is unmuted. Okay, I'm gonna put my email in in the chat, and I like to see if we could get something going. Okay, Libra, Libra son, you there? I see you there, but I don't know what's going on with the mic. Thank you, Gretchen. KSI, yes, we still have some business, right? I'm waiting for you to let me know when you are ready to report back and have a conversation with me about the environment that you are investigating. So I've been kind of low key, everyone who is listening, not really soliciting uh, for not really soliciting for people to subscribe to my channel yet, because I am in development, and but very committed to the idea of giving back to our community, and to sharing the information as I understand it about who we really are. So I'm just slow about it, becoming more and more confident about this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so Libra is having some maybe a phone issue, and so maybe he will be able to come in again later. We'll see. That's great, KSI, and even correct is we could cross that word out. Just come and bring it whenever you're ready. Even if you want to come on and we do some investigating together, that'll be a great idea too. Um, I'm going to try to get that link and put it in this chat. So I wanted to see if Chief's channel is still, yeah, he's still live over there. Gretchen, I really appreciate what you do. We all, that's the thing. We all have parts to play in this game of life, and so sometimes we hold back because we're not sure exactly what that part is. And I know I've been guilty of that. But as it becomes more clear, and as God's will is, I put it that way, I think that things will continuously come together, and people will be where they're supposed to be. So what I'm going to do, because um, we're not able to. What about Takara? Is anyone able to get in touch with Takara? Maybe Takara seems to be able to speak without anybody else and be really giving good information. And he seems to be able to just talk on and on without um, having another counterpart, and just continuing. Thank you, Libra son. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go back to something that I was trying to do. I'm gonna post that, put that up. Okay, maybe Gretchen's gonna go see if she can get Tinkara. Um, I wanted to go back to Nagi's suggestion, which is what I was trying to do, and that was I gotta go back up and look at it. He says, go on your phone, tap name, Then you can do it by going on your own live. My phone won't let me go. Oh, okay. You say go on my own live. Okay. So go back to my phone. I'm exiting out of Chief Holidays. And you say tap name. Tap my name. Okay, let's try it. Let me go on my own live, my channel. Okay. So I'm on my own live now. I don't know if you guys hear that feedback. All right. And okay, tap name. And so, Nagi, if you're still there and able to tell me, so once I'm back on my own live on my other device, on my phone device, do how do I give a wrench? Tap the person's name. Okay, I did that. I'm figuring it out. Look, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it for you, Wanagi. I'm going to do it. Okay, I did it for you, Future Teller. I got Gretchen. This is so cool. I've added KSR. Oh no, right? Hey. All right. Now, do you guys hear the feedback? Are you all hearing the feedback? Okay, let's see. I want to do it for everyone that is here for this. This is my unboxing. I think of another word for it. Okay, Original Night Wolf is a moderator. Omega is a moderator. Okay, let me try that. Okay. Okay, I turned my volume all the way down. Are you still hearing feedback? Okay, I'm going to be quiet and I only have one or two more people to mod up. Okay, so I've done it. I know, right? Okay, so I'm off of there, so there shouldn't be any more feedback. I guess I could have, yeah, I get, so there should be no more feedback. Okay, all right, KSI, we doing it. And so I hope that me doing this is going to be a motivation too. Okay, all right. It will be a motivation. I hope this experience will be a motivation for others um, to do the same. All right. So I'm going to. I've made everyone here a mod for my YouTube, and so I think that anytime I'm live here on StreamYard, being that it is streaming on YouTube, you all are automatically going to come up as mods. And I know that that will be very helpful. So I'm thinking that if you're a mod, then can I go to my screen share and oh, okay, okay. How do I pronounce that? That's Dak Hosen. Let me go ahead and oh, I thought I was off. I'm actually not off. Gretchen, guess what? You're a mod on my channel. I when Nagi gave me the information and I talked through what he told me, and I was able to get through. So I'm going to add moderating to Dackhausen one. I think that's how you pronounce that. And to T1 Productions, welcome. I see the tribe of arrows, born arrows. Okay, so now I won't do that all the time. I will do it. So what it is if there's no feedback, it's because although I am still looking at the live on my phone device, I am it is on pause. So maybe that makes the difference. Down like 4 flats. Okay. I Gretchen, I truly appreciate you. You know, things happen when they're supposed to happen. So I don't know what that's going to mean because I'd like to go over to my screen share, but I'd like for a mod to be able to talk to me maybe. I don't know. I like for a mod to be able to let me know if I need to come off of my screen share. Okay, so let's see how that works. So well, we'll see. I'm going to go over to my screen share for a few minutes. And what I'm doing over here is I'm looking at the list of, well, this says burial mounds built by Native Americans. Um, so, okay, I didn't realize that they were all going to be considered burial mounds because I thought other things might have taken place in mounds other than burying, but I'm not sure about that. So when you go to Cahokia Mounds, I really don't have an idea, but I'm just trying to do my part in trying to support a mission that means people will who live near Chickasaw County, Mississippi, would go together to visit the Bynum Mound and Village site and then report back um, what they felt, what they saw, what the experience was in some format that the men will decide. And that the men will also be uh, making the decision about how this will take place, you know, for specifically I would guess like you know, if there are issues of privacy or you know privacy issues like where people will meet up, the date that people will go, those kinds of things, you know, just what they would expect and where we will I'm sorry if I know I'm scrolling kind of fast there. But so for we'll take Bynum for an example, and we'll go to Bynum. And so let's just say that you have a group of people who live near Bynum, which we see here on the map of Mississippi. um, and they would first probably read up on what people have, although whether true or not, it would be information that is already available via um, a search like this, just a regular Google search, going on to Wikipedia and whatever other informations they can come up with about the people who were once there. Now I'm coming back over. Um, what I want to try to do is, okay, let's see what Future's saying. This is a very powerful part. Chief is very serious about craniology and our burial sites and ancestors. Right, exactly. Okay. Chief Sabby. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, we got a few more people to mod up over here. Okay, this is peace and love to you, Southwind. Stumbling in from Holidays Live. Okay, peace and sunrise. Okay, so what I'm doing today, and I'm getting actually Chief Sabby, what I this is something that I am um, getting directly from what I saw you do is today, but I'm only going to do it today. I am modding up everyone who is coming into the live stream. I appreciate you for that. So what I'm going to do, this is hard for me to do and and multitask. so so one of the things Chief Sebi Indigenous says is that his channel is open to everyone, not to delete comments because he's prepared to talk to address anyone, and I appreciate that about him and his space. Now on my channel, I will ask the mods to delete comments that are derogatory or insulting or that are clearly disrespectful because I am not ready. I'm not I know I'm not prepared in that way. So I can't I probably it would probably even be difficult for me to read comments unless there are times that I'm going to say that that's what I'm doing. But for me, what I like to do is just have an environment that is specifically for people who want to build and do the kinds of things that are who understand already who we are. Whether there's differences in that understanding is not a problem or issue, but who understand who we are as the Indigenous American and who want to build on that prospect. So that's what I want to do in this space. And so if people are coming over to get an understanding of why we believe this truth, then they need to be redirected to another place where people are having that discussion. So, so okay, I have Miss L, Miss L, only the wise. I'm modding you up, and I don't know about this, but what if somebody doesn't want to be a moderator? Do they have the option of um, of changing that? So if anyone would prefer not to be a moderator, you can just I'm going to put the link in a couple of more times here too. You can just, if anyone is uninterested in being a moderator at any point in time, you can email me. That I think that would be the best way to do it. So this is the link in case anyone wants to come up and start a panel discussion. I am more than happy to host that. That's what this is all about. And let's see what future tells it here. No worries, sis. Most of them trolls we got down to respectful criticism now. Yes, right. See, that's why I say it is a time for everything, um, because perhaps my entry into the space and being able to do the work that is destined for me to do needed to be after some of those things were in place. So I see Thomas Anderson. Peace and love to you, Thomas Anderson. I am going to mod you up. Okay. And so I appreciate y'all. I'm glad that I was in the place to be. I should be at work. This would not have happened if I had not been in a position to be able to take. I think I did Libra Sun. Let me make sure though. I hope that I did. I certainly meant to. Oh, let's see here. Libra Sun. I can't believe I didn't. I thought I had. So now, uh, I thought that I had done. Okay, so I guess at some point it shows up because when I did Libra, and I have, he still does not show up yet as a moderator. Do you have me blocked or something, Libra Sun? I don't know, but so a few of the people are not in blue as I am looking. Like Miss Al has moderation. I don't see him in blue yet. So um, you know, this brings to a point where Nagi, there are some of us who are working and quite possibly are unable to go live or have environments that are not conducive to a live. But what you can do, what one of the things that I am looking at and have been thinking about and am doing today, as a matter of fact. Let's see, Libra, maybe you'll be blue. You're blue now. You're a moderator now. Okay, wonderful. And Miss IL, Miss IL, am I pronouncing your name correct? If not, can you type it in phonetically? And that's one thing I was thinking about too. That oh great, Miss IL. Okay, is that yeah, he's blue. Okay, is that two things I'm trying to remember to say. One is I want to address Wanagi's comment that's right here, and two, that a lot of times people have a name that is typed in, and like we have Doc Hausen here, and I say Doc Hosen, but it could be Doc Hausen, and that we can start being active at putting the phonetic pronunciation of your name in if somebody misspells it, and people should not be offended about that. So okay, so look, wish I wasn't on the plantation so much. I would love to go live every day. So just like what happened with me this morning, the conversation or the discussion, discussion that was going on Chief Holiday's live stream had some technical difficulties. And I was just, in the position to be able to do this and have learned at least enough of the functions to be able to quickly put my StreamYard on. Ordinarily, I would have been at work. I wouldn't have been able to do that. But maybe someone else can. And it doesn't mean that I have to talk. I can just come up, make the live available, and put myself on mute like I'm going to do now. Okay. Put the link in the chat. And the only thing I would need to do is moderate the environment. So I could, um, I'm going to put the link in the chat again a couple of times. And just moderate, meaning to put the people up who come on. So I don't think you can, unless you were on and you dropped out. If you were on the StreamYard panel and you drop out, then you can, I'm going to put my email again too. If you were on the panel and you drop out, I think you could just come back in and you'll be right back up on the panel, I think. Libra Sun, and I appreciate y'all. A lot of times I'm listening in where I can, and I do appreciate that you all do a lot of discussions that are more like marathons. And so it's difficult for me to just come in and out, especially in a work day. And then, things are going on. Life is happening over here. And so it's difficult for me to always chime in, but I certainly appreciate that platform and how you all man it. It's amazing. Right. So Darkhausen or Darkhosen, I'm going to say, is that the proper way to say your name? Dakhosen, not Dark. Dakhosen, is that proper? Okay, I was hoping that Dakhosen responded, but so maybe sometimes a person could come on and start a panel discussion and get a couple of people in there and it can just take on its own life. And then if you as a specific moderator, well, as the host, if you as a host find that the panel is getting out of order, or that there is something that is uncomfortable for you or misrepresenting you, then you can shut it down, right? The chosen one. Okay, so what's going on right here? Is that the chosen? Oh, y'all been trying to tell me this. That is so crazy. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So it's not Doc Hosen at all. It's the chosen one, the chosen one. I get it now. Thanks, y'all. So that is exactly what I'm talking about. We got to be able to do that, right? So I saw that up there somewhere, right? And I'm just steady Dark Hose, and I even changed it to Dark Hose, and the chosen one. All right. Okay, so he says, Gretchen's, wait a minute, who is this? I think the chosen one him says here, the way I was saying it is like the Chinese way. That's really funny. They can mess up some words, I tell you. Um, Okay, okay. Dark horse. Okay. This is funny. Okay. Okay, so hey, this is beautiful. One thing about uh, having the opportunity to choose our names when we come into the YouTube space is, it reminds me of probably the way people were getting names way back in the day with our ancestors. People were given names based on their personalities, and so we get a chance to kind of choose our names based on our personalities and change them. Because if I'm not mistaken, people names Fuchu, is that what Tack can mess up some stuff too. He can mess up some names. I heard him. Um, as Chief would say, this is Thomas Anderson. As Chief would say, you see how that works? Yes. Yes, he does. I love it. So okay, so I'm coming up on like an hour. And so what I will do is I'm going to go back over and continue doing a screen share and looking at specifically this one, the first one on that list, and talking about that for a little while. And when I get about to an hour, then I'll go ahead and end the broadcast unless someone wants to continue it. My house is quiet at this time, but it will not be in about 10 minutes. So, but I could put myself on mute and I can, watch the chat, or what I'll do is I'll play a video on, I'll see if there's a YouTube video that's available about this mound and let that play for a little while. Okay, so I'm going to go over. And so this is Bynum Mound and Village site. And gonna gonna bring it. I lost the my computer. I broke it somehow. That allows me to just touch the screen and do stuff. So this is a little awkward, but I'm gonna read just a little bit. It says the Bynum Mound and Village site, and then it gives its coordinates, is a middle woodland period archaeological site located near Houston in Chickasaw County, Mississippi. The complex of 6 burial mounds was in use during the Miller I and Miller II phases of the Miller culture and was built between 100 BC and 100 AD. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1989 as part of the Natchez Trace Parkway. So even just that one specific paragraph has a lot of investigation that can be done. So in my mind, if I'm living near here, then I want to know, what is Miller culture? And they do not have an article on what Miller culture is on Wikipedia. So then we go into I guess this would be a Wikipedia site where other places in Wikipedia that has information about the Miller culture, or where it's said. And so I then would go and do a general Google search for Miller culture. Miller material culture and mass consumption. Let's see. Hopewell tradition. Okay. So the Hopewell tradition, also called the Hopewell culture, describes the common aspects of the Native American culture. And, I know that Native American and American Indian and Indigenous Americans are not the same. So we have here where Native Americans are also not known as American Indians. And if we could clear that up alone um, in terms of literature, like making it clear that the Native American and American Indian are not the same, and laying that out. I know it's been said many times. I'm coming back over. Let's see. Maybe it. Let's see. Maybe it was just milling wheat, corn, maybe even metals, right? It could be just that simple. Let's go back over here and see. Okay, so this could be a hijack, and I'm sure it is, that Hopewell culture, also known as Miller culture. Now they the search that I just did referred me to the Hopewell tradition. But at this point, with a general scan, I don't see anything about Miller culture in reference to Hopewell culture. So why they would send me here is not clear, because I don't see any reference to Miller culture. But I think that it makes sense, and that's what we have to lean on, that it makes sense that Miller culture would have something to do with milling. All right, so I'm gonna go back over here for a moment. And I'm gonna go hit the back key and see. So somewhere in there, you can see here. Oh, I can't make it go bigger. So I'm going to read from the general Google search, and it says here that somewhere in that description of Hopewell tradition, the sentence, the Miller culture was a Hopewellian culture located in the upper Tombigbee River drainage areas of southwestern Tennessee, that this sentence should be somewhere within that Wikipedia page. So that's what they have. So they have a term called Miller culture that has no real reference other than that it was a Hopewellian culture located in the upper Tombigbee River drainage area. Okay. So Hopewell culture. So why didn't they just say Hopewell culture over here? Why didn't they just say Hopewell culture? So someone knows about a Miller 1 and a Miller 2 phase. So I'm I know I'm gonna come over and wrap up, but the Miller 1 phase, we should be able to find a Miller one phase of culture. Oh, look at here. So the Hopewell tradition was divided into three parts. Okay, let's see. I don't want to cause anybody dizziness, so I'm scrolling slow. But somewhere down here is an explanation that has Miller 1 and Miller 2 and Miller 3 in it. Here it is. Miller Culture. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to end the stream. And now someone has probably talked about this in some extensiveness in all of the hours of discussion that has gone on already, like um, in um, in the platform on the platforms that are already existing, um, which I'm thinking, at some point would be a huge project to do, but that there should be some cataloging of the information that has been talked about. Now that would be huge, a huge mission. So I'm going to read Miller Culture. The Miller Culture, I'm going to open it up a little bit too. The Miller culture was a Hopewellian culture located in the upper Tombigbee River drainage areas of southwestern Tennessee, northeastern Mississippi, and west central Alabama, best known from excavations at the Pinson Mounds, Bynum Mounds, Miller type site, and Fair Mounds sites. Fire Mound sites. The culture is divided chronologically into two phases, Miller 1 and Miller 2, with a later Miller 3 belonging to the late woodland period. Some sites associated with the Miller culture, such as Ingamore Mound and Pinson Mounds on its western periphery, built large platform mounds. Archaeologists speculate the mounds were for feasting rituals and that they fundamentally differed from later Mississippian culture platform mounds, which were mortuary and substructure platforms. By the end of the late woodland period, about 1000, the Miller culture area was absorbed into the succeeding Mississippian culture. Okay, I'm coming back over there. Okay, so that's a lot to say and still be saying hardly anything. It says something, but I guess we have to investigate. Okay, post the link in the chat to that. It's a mystery, right? I love mysteries. Right, it's a mystery. It's still a mystery. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, Control C, come back over here to StreamYard, Control V, enter. I'm going to do it again because this time, Control V. This time I'm going to title it. This is the Wikipedia explanation of Miller culture. I meant to put a space. I think it's still checkable. I didn't mean to press enter as in to go, but so this is going to be the website. So if anyone wants to come back and better explain what is Miller culture, that'd be great. But so those are the kinds of things that I'd like to see happen with with the prospect of going to these mounds in groups to do a lot of homework on what this place is all about, and then go there and see if in fact that's what is being projected to us or to the public, which we know it's probably not. Right, milling like grits mills. That's right. We know what Miller culture is, but they make it so difficult to just they just can't say that, right? They want to make it really difficult and direct us to the archaeologists who are not going to be so accessible to explain these things. So we know what it is. Miller culture is the milling that was going on. This is my idea. The milling that was going on in the way that we dealt with food. Probably not just the cornmeal. Probably how many different kinds of meals can we come up with, right? Like let's type in the chat. Okay. Future teller, maybe you'll come back and give us more evidence that we're right about that Miller culture is exactly what we think it is. Okay, so maybe okay, thank you, Gretchen. So that is probably a website that is going to discuss Miller culture. So I'm going to type in, and then I'm going to type in what kind of millings I can just think off the top of my head that go on, because milling is like grinding, right? So corn milling for breading, and other types of breakfast, probably rice milling. Um, Flour, right? But is that the same thing as corn milling, right? Anything that you're grinding up to make use of. Uh, Future, I think it was Future Teller that said, or metal. So, is there such a thing as like metal milling? So, um, okay, Thomas. Okay, let's see what you have here. Wood milling, right? Grinding up, right? Because how you gonna make paper bags, right? Yeah, milling. I mean, that's probably. I mean, that's sort of a way of saying the culture that was going on here in America. I mean, I'm sure that milling is the initial way of compromising larger substances to make it useful all over the world, right? Right. But they're going to say cornmeal as in MEAL for grits, but really it's cornmeal, MILL, right? Right? Grits is cornmeal, right? Grits is cornmeal. But but I think on the box when you buy it off the shelf, it's going to have MEAL opposed to M. You know something? I just thought about it. Meal, MEAL probably comes from the word milling, MILL, because that's what you're doing. You're taking a substance and you're taking off of it, and you're creating something else of it that is readable, that is edible. Meal, a meal. That's right, a word spell. This that's pretty deep. so okay, I said that what I would do is put myself on mute and put on a video, but I'm going to go ahead and shut it down and get some stuff done. I appreciate everybody that came in. I hope I did what I said I was going to do with the modding. And I just appreciate y'all. And I look to a next time. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next live over there and stay on top of the idea that we're gonna do this Mound exploration together in our various places. So at this point, unless someone else, did anybody else wanna say anything other than that? I'm going to bid everyone a beautiful morning, a beautiful day, and say peace and love. Thank you again, Gretchen. I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all. Peace and love.